Welcome to another week of Empowerment Fridays. And as always, I'd like to thank Dr. Jacqueline King and the Black Women Empowered for giving me this opportunity, especially on New Year's Eve. And you know, I am so looking forward to 2022. I have to share with you, 22 has always been my lucky number. And think about 2022, you have three twos in there. When I played basketball, my number was 22 throughout high school, college. I've had so many addresses where I've lived that had 22 in them. I've had so many good days on the 22nd. So 22 and 2022 is going to be a great year. We're going to claim that right now. I believe a lot of success is actually, you have to visualize it. You have to believe it. Because if you don't believe it, why should I believe it? So let's right now, let's visualize success in 2022. I literally want you to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and actually visualize what 2022 will be for you. I saw it. I saw it. I don't know what your visualization was, but I can tell you mine started out with health. As you get older, you really realize the importance of health and wellness. And that was the first thing. I'm always ready on that journey. Self-care, I certainly, speaking for myself, have been guilty in the past, quite guilty of not giving self-care to myself, looking out for others, but not looking out for me from a holistic self-care perspective. So I've spent the month of December, I got a knee replacement this year, some dental work that's been very needed. I'm looking to get another knee replacement in 2022. And I'm so proud to say, when I think I said it recently, when I did all of my exams and diagnostics and for my cancer, that I'm cancer free. And so when I visualized 2022, the first thing I saw was a man with good health. That's very important, because no health, folks, no family. And by that I say no health, no family, because we become a liability to family. Not that family won't be there. No good health, there's no wealth. And then you become a liability to family. And sometimes it didn't come out like I really wanted it to. That's what I really meant to say, was without good health, there's no wealth, and you become a liability to family. You know, I've learned as I've gotten older to learn how to laugh at myself when I make a mistake. And mistakes and failures, those are all opportunities for us all to grow, not a reason to quit. And we're going to get into the top of the year. We're going to talk about the DNA of achievers. And we're going to take our time on that. It might be 3 or 4 weeks we spend on just what are those traits, and really go and get into detail. But right now, we are celebrating New Year's Eve all together. Thank you for coming on. And as we spend these moments and New Year's resolutions, we all seem to do that. Here are some of the ones that I thought of for me, and hopefully I can empower you to do the same. First of all, is to focus on a passion. Focus on the thing that you're passionate about, whatever that is. And we're going to speak a lot on that actually next week. Work out to feel good, not to be thinner, not to be smaller. I began to understand I work out, and I've lost 25 pounds in the last 4 or 5 months, and I hope to lose another 15. I work out to feel good. I actually feel better when I work out. When I get on that bike, and I'm up to 3 miles now, or I just take a walk so that I can look at the sky and look at the trees and the flowers and the beauty of the universe. But work out to feel good. A lot of people work out because I want to get thinner. Another one is, let's stop all the negativity. Let's stop the negativity. Let's be positive. Let's stop the gossiping. Let's be positive with one another. Let's give one compliment a day. So I started out by thanking you, and I like to compliment all of you for tuning in on Fridays. So that's my compliment on New Year's Eve. Thank you for being here. Let's go a whole day. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to have a sip of my tea on this one. It's good, it's good. Let's go a whole day. This is gonna be hard for some of y'all. But let's go a whole day. Let's go a whole day without being on social media. Drop the mic. Pow. Let's go a whole day, once a week, at least. I'm not on social media. My staff, they certainly post for me on social media. I am on LinkedIn. I personally am on LinkedIn. I personally talk back and post on LinkedIn because I think it's, of social media, the most influential for those of us in business that don't want to gossip, that don't want to hear negativity, that understand probably certainly less than 50% of anything on social media is accurate, less than 50%. We'll talk about social media in the future and the challenges that, especially for our youth, that social media has given. We have to be very, very careful. As Black folks especially are targeted, as we saw in the last election, targeted on social media. So let's go a whole day once a week without being on social media. Can you do that? Let's do a random act of kindness. Let's learn how to do random acts of kindness. Not to get any brownie points or mention, but just from our heart that we do random acts of kindness. Sometimes that just can be a hello. That just can be a hello. And let's read a book once a month. Let's understand more that knowledge is power. And that's where we get our strength is by knowledge also. Let's read a book. Some of you still do it the old school way, and some of you do it the digital way. It doesn't matter. And then let's go someplace that you've always wanted to go. In 2022, let's do that. Let's pick a place. I know where I want to go and take my wife. I want to go to Mykonos, Greece. I've been to Mykonos in the early 80s, and I love what a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful city in Greece, 10,000 feet above sea level. It's so beautiful. So I want you to pick some place that you've never been, or that you have been, like Mykonos. My wife has never been, and I'm excited to show her that. So here we are, New Year's Eve. Let's put all the negative and all the negatives of 2021 behind us. And let's move forward in 2022 with all of the strength and emotions and the kindness and love. And let's be successful. If you don't think it and believe it, it probably won't happen. Success first starts here. Mathew Knowles, Dr. Mathew Knowles. Well, I have all these names. Mr. Mathew Knowles, Dr. Mathew Knowles, some of my close friends, Mathew Knowles. Sometimes kids, Beyonce and Solange's daddy. But I'm glad to be here with you. This is Dr. Mathew Knowles, and I'm out. Please go to MathewKnowles.com.